Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir, we
Yes, sir.
can see. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We can see.
Okay, so before we start with the myths and facts of novel coronavirus COVID-19, first of all, we need to understand the basic thing is what are the viruses. So one of the point which many people don't understand is virus is considered as a living organism, but only when it is living inside some host. And that when that is when that is happening, so in order in general, other systems of classification are animal, plant, bacteria, fungus. These are classified in different way, but viruses are classified according to the Baltimore classification, which is based on their nucleic acid strand, whether it is a DNA or RNA, or in DNA or RNA, whether it's a double strand, single strand. So our coronavirus comes in the positive single strand RNA virus. And one of the main famous viruses, single strand RNA reverse transcription virus, which is retrovirus. The example is HIV. So first we will go to the coronavirus. Wait a minute. Yeah. So when we talk about the coronavirus was first discovered in 1930s in USA, when it was found in a chicken, which was causing infectious bronchitis, avian flu. And later, when the studies were done on it, so around 1968, it was given the name the coronavirus, because as you see in the picture in the right extreme. So this picture suggests the virus is covered with completely with the protein on its surface, which gives like a it look like a crown. So what are the various kind of diseases it causes? It infects the mammals. Mammals includes tiger, like human being also. So mostly it infects bat is the major repository of this coronaviruses. So this is a family of virus, and it has caused a large number of diseases to humankind when the virus has jumped from the animal to human being. So the first major outbreak was in 2003, when it was when we heard about the SARS CoV, which was severe acute respiratory syndrome. Then it was in Hong Kong again. There was a small case which was HCV, HKU1. Then came the Middle Eastern respiratory syndrome, which happened, where the virus jumped from camel to human being, and this was not a big disease because it didn't had a human to human transmission. So it died down very slowly. Then comes the coronavirus, or COVID-19, which was first reported in 2019. And currently this is going as a wildfire because it has a very high transmission rate from human to human. And other reason is it it can transfer when the patient is asymptomatic, like it doesn't show any kind of symptom, and still it can transfer from one person to other person. That's why it has become so dangerous. So this is about the a little bit about the coronavirus, and toward the end of the part I will be talking about some scientific things which are being carried out, and also will give the reason why Italy became the target, and how so many conspiracy theories were going around about Italy. But before going that, I would like to go with the next slide, which is I will try to. So this is the now current trend. As we see, the death rate is varying across the country. Like for example, in Italy, the death rate is around 13.2%, and in Spain 10.3%. People will ask why it is very high. So one need to understand that in Italy, the total population is around 6 crore, and among them 25%, that is 1.5 crore of people have age of 65 and above. and this virus affect mostly to the people who are in the older age group for the fatality, and that is the reason why Italy is being worst affected. So the same question will be asked, why not Germany? So in Germany, the it also has a very high percentage of population which is of older age, but in case of Germany, they started the screening earlier. They tested all the people, and most of the people they have tested. And the one thing which is different in Germany and Italy, Italy has a culture which is very similar to what in India we have. In Italy, there is a concept of a joint family. So the grandparents, parent, and the son, they all live under the same roof. But in Germany, like the Western culture, it doesn't have the concept of a joint family. So the son is living in somewhere else, the parent is living somewhere else, and the grandparents are living in somewhere else. So that is why when asymptomatic carriers are coming in, let's say, because in Germany more than 80% of cases have been reported, which is in the age range of 30 to 50. So they are not at the severe risk. But in case of Germany, the maximum number of cases have been reported in the age of 60 plus people. So that was the stark difference. That's why I tried to put it here. And if you see in India, again, India, India started the screening and the other things earlier compared to other countries. And then in India, we have a large number of youth population, and till now, as I'm following the Indian ICMR briefing and all those things, one of the things which I see is there is no large spread community transmission, which is kind of controlling the death rate in India. South Korea was another exception because South Korea was well prepared because it had already faced SARS and was prepared for this new disease kind of, and they did extensive screening, and then they are the one of the countries which never put any kind of lockdown measures, and their people are very much disciplined. When they said that there should be a social distancing, people followed it very strictly, which was not in case of Italy or in other European countries. So that's a very much a difference, and which is what why I want to say it from this current trend. And this is the graph how the cases are going. Still it is in the logarithmic phase, and we hope that it ends soon. For example, Italy is already in the declining phase, so the number of cases are going down.